Hey guys, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Left Capture Photography. This week's topic is my recent commission with Fierce Constellation, and also a major issue for me in the world of photography as to how the clients treat their photographers. But before all that, intro. A friend of mine came and asked me to tell my opinion about an upcoming project they had. He is the member of Fierce Constellation, and it happens also to be the vocalist of the band. So we went down for a coffee and he was asking what sort of things they could create about their upcoming album. So we sat down and discussed the idea, and near the end of our discussion he said that, look, we are looking for somebody to take up on this work, but we don't know anybody here. If you would like to take up on this work, we would be very happy. I have to say that I was a bit skeptical in the beginning, but as we progressed the discussions and we started talking and analyzing ideas and disregarding ideas and taking other opinions and discussing the ideas we had already with the other members of the band, I completely changed my mind about it, and I'm glad I did, because that was at the early stages of the development. So what the band needed was portraits and video clips. In the beginning we sat down and discussed about the portraits. So the portraits would be individual portraits for the cover of the album, and also a group portrait. That session happened in two parts. The first two parts were the photoshoot sessions for the cover of the album and individual portraits. Each of the members chose something that characterized them as a member of the band. So each member of the band had to choose an item that was personal to them, showed their personality in the band. In a few words, showed their style in the band. The other photoshoot was about the cover of the album. In the beginning we said that we didn't want to come up with something that had a religious effect on it. Unwillingly we did so. We created something that all of us considered to have a strong religious effect. And so most of that material was disregarded, and we just used additional photos and additional setups we had created for that matter. And so the first part of the photoshoot was completed. Then the trickiest of them was to create the setup for the group photography. We had to come up with something that was at the same time unconventional and also very, very eye-catching. So we came up with an idea of the guys playing poker and on the table having tea and all the other items such as candles, prop guns and weird glasses and stuff that didn't match up to the rest of the setup, for that exact reason. I expected them not to be that cooperative, but I regret saying that I even thought about it. They were very cooperative. They considered every idea each member had to put, and we came up to a very nice result. The trickiest part now was the video clips. The video clips required pre-shoots, tests, setups, lighting, We prepared for something, or so we thought we were prepared. We started shooting. And at first glance, the video clip was really fine. All the track was perfectly synchronized. The frames were really fine. They were, all the cuts that were made to have the final product were as we wanted them to be. And we took that first outcome, and the band had a meeting, they discussed about it, and they considered that they wouldn't proceed further with that. So we had to cancel that completely. I have to say that it was a really nice experience from every perspective possible, from designing the original, from coming up with the original idea, from, I don't know, having tons of stuff bought to make props, to make filters for the lighting, to make our own budget diffusers, to, you know, guiding the models. It was a really nice experience, and I took a lot of things, meaning valuable knowledge and experience. Now, what I wanted to discuss further is a very concerning for me issue that takes most of the time. Now, what I wanted to discuss is something that I have been listening to for quite some time, and I have to say that most of photographers that complain about it are right to complain about. So it has to do with the raw files. When they get commissioned, they're not obliged, at least I support them, I support their opinion for not being obliged to give the raw files. I believe that the client has nothing to do with the process of editing or the process of, you know, photographing or even setting up the studio. It's another thing to give a 32 megabyte file, and it's another thing to give a 2 megabyte file unprocessed. It's a completely different thing. I believe that the clients need to stop asking for the raw files. Ask for a JPEG unedited. Yes, that's something that I can understand, and that's something that I would do as well, but don't ask for the raw files. It's like you are underestimating the photographer himself, because you're paying him to come and shoot for you to see what he can do, and then you say, oh, you know, I really like that, but I want the complete raw file so I can scrabble the whole image. Just, it's not a good thing to ask for the raw files. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Till next time.